Well, good evening, my pus-filled little pumpkins. It is me, your old host, Big Harvard here, but something smells different about this episode. Is that smell? It smells like the boys are back in town because I got my best friends in the world here. Omar, Field-Rahman. Hi.
This isn't my face. It's my victims.
Do you feel good about that? And fucking, as always, back in town from traveling the fucking world, sights abroad, we got our good boy, Ryan, the beautiful boy, Demarco!
Woo!
In the fucking...
In Freddy's boiler room.
Hanging out, getting sweaty with the Freddy, and everyone, welcome back to the first official episode of the Slappy Hour podcast during, the return, the revenge of goddamn horror month! Woo! Wow, that's fucking pathetic. Anyway, this is the fucking
What do you
Slappy
want to do?
This is
Ooh.
And this is the Slappy Hour podcast. Welcome, we're back in it. And that's right, we're back here for the first ever episode of the gosh dang horror month Slappy Hour podcast. Because guys, I don't think we've ever done a Slappy Hour horror month podcast. I think this is the first one where we're all fucking together. Like, goddamn.
Well, we started Kicking Teeth last year doing Halloween gaming content, but it was before the podcast. We didn't start the podcast till New Year's, right?
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Oh my god. Like, literally, that's fucking crazy. This, guys, hey, fucking congratulations. It's a whole year of Kicking Teeth.
And as usual on theme, Ryan is still looking like a serial killer in his Freddy Krueger basement.
Yeah. Ryan, we got to talk about that.
It's going to continue getting worse, boys.
Did you put up the tinfoil yourself? Is that tinfoil or was that with the house?
You see that new Freddy or Jeffrey Dahmer documentary?
Nope.
All about me.
Ooh.
Yeah. I don't believe it.
Yeah.
Ryan's like, oh yeah, I'm totally doing out the basement, but as it goes on, there's like meat hanging from the back.
And he's just like, he's a man of
multiple freezers.
Yeah.
And you know that Ryan's like a man of many interests. We talk about this all the time. Like, he has too much shit to do. So, of course, we're just like, Ryan's a chef. It makes sense he's got the fucking meat hanging up. But literally, it's just a guy the whole fucking time.
Keeps people guessing.
Isn't the best friendship test like, what would your friend do if like you murdered someone? Like, how would you guys cover up the body?
Yeah, the thing is we wouldn't because we just let him on the podcast anyway. So it's fine.
With the body?
How would you dispose of a body if you had to?
If I had to? I mean, I don't know. People, like, there's so many cannibals in the murder movies and shit. I feel like it kind of makes sense. Like, why not try a little bit of meat?
So you're just saying just eat it? They'll never find it if I eat the body?
Listen, I'm not saying I watched... I'm not saying I watched that movie fresh and it had an effect on me, but, Not that that's what it's about. But anyway, we're back here at the Slappy Hour podcast. As I said, the boys are back in fucking town. This is the first time we've been back together, since August? Maybe?
Yeah. I don't even remember. Yeah. You guys recorded a little bit without me, so.
Hey, you've been traveling.
But we were here in September.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's always, every episode's live every week. Don't let anything fool you, There's nothing called editing. There's none of that. It's all just magic. But we're here, back for Horror Month, and we got a bunch of fucking great new news for y'all. Like the fact that Kickin' Teeth is finally, officially going to be streaming on goddamn not only Twitch, but now simultaneously YouTube Live. So y'all don't have to all jump on the Twitch if you don't like that. If you like YouTube, hop over there. We're doing a bunch of great stuff. But there's two places for you guys to check the game streams, and it's Horror Month. That's how we started. So we're going to be streaming a whole bunch of spooky games and probably shit in our pants. I believe the first thing Omar and I ever said was shitting Dunkaroos. That was the whole thing about this whole fucking channel. Yeah. So, yeah, we're back.
And we're almost an affiliate. Just 23 more on Twitch, and we can fucking become an affiliate.
Yeah, so go follow on there. We definitely been putting in the work. We fucking love Twitch. The fucking community we have on Twitch is fucking rad, too. All y'all have been so cool. We had our first Twitch marathon in August for the National Network of Abortion Funds, which, by the way, We raised $250 and y'all raised $250. So congratulations to all the teeth kickers. Thank you for giving a shit about women and fucking standing up and fucking trying to make a difference and kick the Supreme Court in the teeth. And we're talking about our next charity while we're on the topic. You know, there's nothing scarier than fucking climate change and the fact that the heat death of our world is coming real close. And somewhere that's affecting directly is Pakistan. There's a ton of floods going on. You all have seen the damage probably on the news and everything going on. Just a bunch of fucking awful shit. So that's why this month we're donating our proceeds from our Twitch on the donation tab over to UNICEF to help over there, give them food, resources, hospital stay, everything like that. So go over, if you're watching our streams, check out our Twitch, scroll down, hit the donate section, and hey, if you want to fucking support us, personally and kicking teeth, go to our Patreon, give us a fucking follow on Twitch. Like, that's the best thing you can do right now. But yeah, just check out our content, and then we got a bunch of new spooky little goblin tiers over there. But that's most of the housekeeping for me. Let's get into the fucking Slappy hour, because it is Halloween, and I want to talk about a little thing. I want to go back and reminisce about the spookiest times. Gentlemen, folks, friends, I want your best and your worst Halloween memories.
I don't think I've had that many bad ones.
No, me neither. I probably shouldn't have added in.
I love Halloween. I've always had. I actually do something like most years. Like last year, I did like a sick ass 150 room haunted house.
150 rooms?
Yeah, it was wild.
How many?
They're
did you
like
get through?
small rooms, but like they're all different themes the whole way through.
How many did you get through?
We did the whole thing. It was long. It was like at least it felt like at least 45 minutes. Which I mean,
I was gonna say 4 hours.
Yeah.
No. I mean, 45 minutes doesn't sound that long, but for like doing a whole haunted house, like.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's pretty long.
Yeah, and
You
like
get scared.
Dude, it was pretty good. Like it was like pretty high budget because it was up in Thousand Oaks, which is like north of LA, where all like the celebrities live. So it's very rural, like suburban there. But yeah, it was sick. There was like one room that was just like a vortex, and there's just like a platform going into the vortex, but the room
I've
is
done that
spinning.
before.
Yeah, dude, that shit was wild.
Oh, where it's like the kind of like they're using like a mirror trick and kind of like fucking with you to make you.
But the platform is actually turning slowly.
Oh, that. Oh.
So your balance is like totally off.
Laura and I did that in
dude.
like a farm upstate somewhere. They had like a little fucking thing set up. It wasn't a haunted house. They just made us go.
Yeah, it was just some old man's fucking bedroom.
Yeah, right. Right. How about you, man? What is like? You got any like fucking amazing Halloweens that happened to you, or are there any? Or awful Halloweens. Like, has there been like a Halloween where somebody just like ripped your costume apart or like pissed on you or some shit?
I think both memories are from when I was like much younger. Like, I grew up in like a pretty suburban white bread neighborhood, and one of my neighbor's parents would get like a trailer and fill it with hay, and then all the kids would like sit on the trailer to go around the whole neighborhood trick or treating.
That's awesome. What the fuck?
Blast music and like, all hop off the trailer, run down the street, and then get picked up at the end of the street.
Dude.
That's some country bumpkin ass shit.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
But it's like 1%er
super white boy privileged thing to do. But then like there was one Halloween when I got a little bit older, and like Mischief Night was like really big, and our house got like destroyed with like eggs.
Oh no!
I mean, cream, and all the trees in the front yard were EP'd.
So that's why, I mean...
I remember my parents not being very happy about the...
we used to like go, like, we were just talking about how one of the parties we went to in high school, one of our friends just bought fireworks. Not like big one, like exploding ones, but what do you call those? The ones where they're like sparklers, kind of Roman candles.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we because it was Mischief Night and all that. He would just go around and like people at the party would just start shooting the fireworks at their feet to make them dance.
Oh my.
I'm pretty
it's
sure...
Like, it's not that bad. Like when it hits you, it's just like a little sting, but it's not like deadly or anything.
I'm pretty sure people were also
and that's how the California forest fighters started.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm pretty sure people were also throwing around, like, I remember a couple kids being really scared because people were, like, not at the party, like, teenagers, like the bullies, were fucking driving around with balloons full of Nair. I remember that. I was very scared.
Oh
of that.
yeah, I
Yeah.
forgot about
Jeez.
that.
If you're one of those fucking douchebags, listen, you can do whatever you want, Mistress Knight. Like, don't egg Ryan's parents' house. Somebody egged my fucking baby carriage, which turns out like why I'm like this. But fucking, yeah, don't fucking fuck with Nair. Leave people alone. Jesus Christ. Goddamn.
I love the idea of every time your mom tries to go shopping with you in your carriage, she just gets egged by the fucking like trick or treaters.
She gets nared. Oh,
Yeah,
fuck. Yeah, for me, the fucking one of the best Halloween memories I've had was in fucking college. It's unfortunately the year before I met Ryan. Like I knew Ryan a little bit. We had this crazy stupid party house. It was fucking like a shithole. There were fucking like when we moved in, there were jelly beans in the fucking air conditioning grates in the floor. It was fucking weird.
Only black licorice.
It was like that. It was fucking Good and Plenty. That trash fucking candy.
Oh no.
If
Don't hate on Good and Plenty.
No, okay, hey, we're speaking of doing shit fucking annually. We're not going back to this. We already did the movie theater candy. I think Ryan and all of us can agree, and everybody at home can agree. No one likes Good and Plenty, so it's fine, right, Ryan? Anyway,
TF.
so we had this fucking what?
Look,
Go ahead.
on a long car. Look, maybe not in the movie theater, but on a long car ride, Good and Plenty is good and plenty.
Listen, it's horror
I
month.
feel it.
You know,
I feel like Big Harv's having a Halloween party and he's just like collecting slugs in the backyard and putting them in a candy bowl.
why wouldn't I want my friends to join me? You have to provide as the host. But yeah, we had this fucking like shithole house in college, and I dressed up as Bane, like the fucking the Tim Burton version with like the tubes and stuff, and I put like it was a Camelback and beer funnel, so I put Franzia in there so like I could feed out the shit, and Laura was Poison Ivy, and that was fucking sick. But we had like I've never had a fucking party get so destructive. There was a guy dressed as a life-size Bender. He scratched up all like from Futurama. So he was a giant trash can and scratched all of our walls. And there was this one fucking girl dressed as Ariel, but she had like, you know, the Manic Panic like spray kind of dye.
Oh yeah,
So then-
it's like comes off so easily.
Yeah. So we wake up the next morning and we just see red hair and handprints going from our fucking downstairs up the stairs and then all over the bathroom. So there was definitely some fucking going on in that bathroom. Just some fucking, you know,
Yeah.
horrible,
Oh my
you know,
God.
yeah, ride dogging, if you will.
You're finding on the ceiling. You're like, how do they get up there?
Fucking hell. But and then I think the same girl tripped down the stairs and like broke her nose. So yeah, man, Halloween's just a good time for all these types of shenanigans, really. You know,
That, it's so
Trip
funny
down
that
the
you.
stairs.
Yeah. Attempted murder.
you know, damage my walls, I damage your life. You know?
The glove, if the glove fits.
I mean, you know.
It's,
Anyway,
it's funny that
Both
you
of them
also did a beer funnel costume because I did that in my first year. I mean, it's such a college costume to do.
it's what else are you gonna do, man? You know,
Because my first year of college, my costume was I was an owl cow holic slut or something like that.
oh, you had the. I remember this.
So I was dressed up like a hooker, like fishnet stockings and shit like that. But I had built a udder out of a fanny pack with baby bottles, and it had alcohol in them. And then I wore like cow ears, so I was like half cow, so I was an owl cowholic.
Oh my god, that's so. There's so
And,
many. levels.
I had people drinking out of my baby bottles all night.
Have
Like
you-
it was like a 4-piece udder. I have to find the picture, but it's so good.
Have
That
you?
sentence was amazing. I had people drinking out of my baby bottles all night.
Has that encouraged any like future fetishes? Like, what the fuck are you like? Something went wrong, right?
I wish I was there.
Yeah, dude, Ryan, I wish we knew you at that fucking point.
It was in Brooklyn. This was when I was at Pratt.
Speaking of fucking wild shit Omar's done and his scary fucking experiences, Omar, you want to talk a little bit about just your favorite horror games?
Yeah. What's your favorite horror game?
For me, all right. So you played Outlast last year. That was fucking. I feel like I played Resident Evil, right? Resident Evil 2, which Ryan's not played. We're gonna make Ryan play stream some horror Resident Evil this month. Ryan's gonna shit his pants, but for me,
Whoops, already happened.
we're on the way. For me, I think it's definitely like the Outlast franchise is pretty fucking scary, just because like most games in horror, you don't have you have a gun or something, Outlast,
Yeah.
if you want to go back and watch that some of our original shit, Omar's playing that. All you get is a fucking camera with batteries and night vision. There is no
Yeah.
defense. It's pure terror. And like that was a game where I was physically scared in my bed. I was sweating. I was afraid to move. So definitely Outlast for me.
I feel like it's necessary for a horror game to make it so that either you can't fight back and you just have to try and escape and solve puzzles or whatever, or you're like so weak that it's like hard to kill the thing. Otherwise, it's not that scary.
Yeah, you can't come in
Like,
like too overpowered, right?
yeah. Which is why, like, yeah, definitely that one. And honestly, like, I used to play, like, Resident Evil 4, but I'd put it on, like, a harder mode. Just because it was so much better to play through Resident Evil when you, like, you have to be perfect with your hits or you're not fucking up the zombies. And then you just have to run.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, because the camera is like you have to stop to shoot in that game, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my god.
In the old one, yeah.
Yeah.
Ryan, do you ever play any horror games when you
Yeah. Anything spooky?
Spooky or horror?
It could be either. Like a game that fucking scared the shit out of you. It could be a normal game too.
I feel like I brought this up before, but the walkers or zombies in Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time.
Oh yeah,
When
the
you're-
Redead.
Yeah, when you're adult Link,
Oh.
Yeah,
And
dude,
you-
that
and
shit
you go-
fucked me up.
dude, that's like one of the all-time scariest.
Just the noise.
Yeah, and then they latch onto you, onto your back.
There's
you-
something
they
like
suck you.
terrifying about like old graphics too, because like they're so like shitty that I feel like your mind kind of like makes up to make them scarier than it actually is.
Right, it like fills in the blank.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Also, Doom. There was like a, I don't know what it was called. It was like a side game off of the original Doom PC.
Oh
Where
shit.
you're like walking through a forest and you'll see a skull chasing you, and then it'll disappear and it'll
Oh!
be, like in the distance.
What the
Try to
fuck?
get away from it. I forget the name of it. It was like a secondary game along with Doom.
Oh, you're
But
Did-
that was terrifying.
Like the
'cause,
original Doom.
The there's no soundtrack, but like the sounds that they had along with the game were so like intermittent and then like loud and soft and
In some ways, the games where they're not supposed to be scary, but there's like a scary level or moment, are actually scarier sometimes. Like I remember there's also in Mario 64, there's like the water level, and there's like this eel at the bottom in like a cave.
Oh,
you remember that?
Yeah, and he fucking
I do
pops
remember
out.
that.
It's just like this huge eel, and it like pops out and just like fucks you up. But like
Yeah,
there's
I
nothing
know.
else. Yeah. Or there's the haunted mansion where there's the piano.
I was talking about this with our fucking executive Patreon producer Shane the other day. We found out the name. It's called the Mad Piano.
Yeah.
That is the reason that we all have therapists nowadays, because that shit was a fucking crime. Like you're a little
Yeah.
kid playing N64, walking through. It's like, oh, it's just the piano, and then fucking like even the sound of the fucking distorted.
Yeah, it's
keys,
like a distorted chords and stuff.
fucked up.
Yeah.
Ain't right. Ain't right. It's just
It's actually based off of a Japanese horror movie, The Piano.
really.
Yeah, it's called it's like house or something, but it's like Japanese, like Hausu or something like that.
Holy shit, that's
And
fucking
it's like kind of like a horror comedy, and there's like a scene where this lady gets eaten by a piano.
fuck. Wow. At least I know a source for our childhood misery now.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, so it actually is from a horror movie. They just put it in the game.
Then we're gonna have to watch. You
That's
know what?
kinda cool.
We're gonna have to do like a
Yeah.
watch party for that at some point.
Yeah.
But speaking of horror things and werewolves in London, Ryan, we're talking about. Ryan's been gone, which is the spookiest thing of all. We've missed him for a long time. Ryan, you were in a little place called Portland. How the fuck was it, man?
That was a spooky place. There's a lot of tents there.
Oh yeah.
No, Portland was super cool though. Aside from the homeless on the street, which a lot of them are very nice. I had conversations as I was passing by. But super cool town, lots of food trucks everywhere, which is my fucking thing. I jam hard with that.
Oh yeah.
Kind of curious where you
Portland.
went. Do you remember any?
Well, we went to there's a bunch of pods around the city, right?
Yeah.
So we went to
Did you-
Cartopia.
Okay.
Uh,
Did you go to like Hawthorne Asylum? Do you remember that one? It's like a huge food truck park. That one's sick.
We did. Yeah, we went to a bunch. Then we went to a bunch of standalone ones too.
Yeah.
We tried like, we got Thai food, we got like Middle Eastern shawarma, we got Greek, we got like a bunch of different kinds of Mexican. Like taco trucks are awesome.
Yeah.
Got Indian food.
Dude,
Vegetarian Indian food.
isn't like the food in Portland is like next level.
It's so good, and like the coffee too.
Oh yeah.
Great coffee out there.
What was the top, like, so out of all the food, and you're like, I don't think it's a secret. Omar, you're also a Portland boy yourself. You're a man of Portland.
Literally driving up and moving there next week.
It's fucking insane. So yeah, I guess from both of your perspectives, because I've never been. Ryan, what was the fucking top food, like top tier food for you out of all of them over there? And Omar, as a soon-to-be native and former native, same to you.
Top tier. We had some really good Indian food. That was pretty awesome. There was like, I went classic and got like a masala kind of thing, and Sarah got like this chickpea cutlet, and then it came with like sweet potatoes and beet, like a sweet potato beet salad, and with like this dope rice and like and then this other like kale salad that had this really good dressing on it. Everything, like all that together was so good.
Holy shit.
Once I move up there, we'll have to do another trip where you guys come and like we'll just try a bunch of crazy shit.
Well, we only spent one day in Portland because we drove like 1,000 miles all around this.
And you're probably in like the main city, right?
Yeah. So we like did a day out in Mount Hood, a day in Portland, a day driving down the coast. Had a wedding to go to.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be like on the suburb part of it, like outside the main city.
Is that like the west end of the city?
It's the east side,
Okay.
like across the river.
And what's your address exactly for people watching at home?
Yeah, so if you guys want to find me,
Are you gonna be in Washington?
Uh,
no, not that river.
Oh, okay.
Not the Columbia. That's the Columbia River.
Yeah.
Like the small one. But anyways, yeah, dude, Portland
yeah,
has
you boy.
probably some of the best food in the world. If anybody, and like if you come back and when I'm there, we have to go to Eames Thai food. It's like the best Thai food. It's like, and like Schwinn can attest to it because he's Thai and he says better than any Thai food in Thailand.
He's literally the Thai prince, so it's like
yeah, and it's basically Thai food, but they share a smoker with a barbecue place, like an American barbecue place, and they use the barbecued smoked brisket in their Thai curries.
That sounds sick.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's like next level.
Now to kind of like cap this off, because that sounds delicious. I'm gonna drool over the keyboard and fuck up all the stream. It'll be fucked up. To cap this off, Ryan, for the end of the Slappy Hour, quick question for you, and just after all your journeys, because you kind of went all over the place. What was your favorite part?
One more thing.
Go ahead.
In Portland, I saw a celebrity.
Mm.
Ooh.
Yep.
Who was it?
We were walking down the street. I walked past this woman. I'm like, oh, damn, she looks really familiar. And then I turn to Sarah. I'm like, I think that's the mom from Little People, Big World.
What the fuck?
What a random one.
And I look her up. I'm like, that was the mom from Little People, Big World. And then the next thing we turn around and they're scouting locations, and she sits down at a restaurant for an interview, and like the whole camera crew is there. I'm like, oh my god,
Wasn't
cool.
that like a reality show or something?
Yeah, they're still doing it, I guess.
Okay.
They got divorced.
Oh, that's so sad.
Oh, sad.
There's still money at TLC.
Yeah, hey,
That's spooky.
yeah, that's a scary thing. But yeah, Ryan, what was your favorite part of the trip overall?
Really, really liked the Oregon. We drove like
The nature's out of this world.
yeah, we drove like all the way from Cannon Beach, which is all the way at the top of Oregon.
Oh, nice. You went to Cannon?
Yeah. And then we drove like more than halfway down. Like
You saw the big
three-quarters
ass
down.
rock?
Yeah, it did. It was dope.
It's
Then we saw more rocks on the way down.
Yeah.
Oh, well, Ryan, that really rocks. But you know what rocks even more? No, that'd be a perfect segment. Anyway, yeah, man. Fucking sounds incredible. It sounds like Kickin' Teeth's gonna have to do another fucking trip out west. You know, well, group trip sometime
Yeah.
when we have money and free time, because we have plenty of that now. And that's been this week's episode of the Slappy Hour Podcast. Thank you for joining us. This is Horror Month. Check back because we got an episode of Root Canal Records and Kicking It Real going on this week, as well as a bunch of Twitch streams going on. So, for my buddy Rye Dog, who's back in town, and my buddy Omar, who's always here, I just want to say we love y'all.
Stay spooky.
Stay spooky.